Hey guys, just wanted to throw together a quick video on how to use this little contract mini game that I put together for NHL 22. Um, so first time that you open it, it's going to look something like this. Some names will already be filled in because that's just the point it was at in my testing when I saved it. Um, so first things first, you're going to want to click the Advance Year button. So yours will start at 2021. Click Advance Year, and nothing's going to happen for you. For me, it jumped to 2022, and all of the contract years went down by one. You have to allow the script to run, and you have to give it permission from your Google account to access your spreadsheets. If you want to see the script before you allow it, just so you know what it is, this is it. It's very, very, very simple. Literally, all it does is increase this cell by one. Once you've done that, the next setup step is to come to the contract randomizer page, and you can see the list of NHL teams here. There's 32. I have swapped Minnesota with Winnipeg. So you can see Winnipeg comes between LA and Montreal now. If you have a 33 team league, you'll need to put your team in the 33rd cell. If you're playing as the 33rd team, then you don't really have to do this. But if you're playing as a different team, I don't even know if you can do that in NHL 22. But if you can play as, say, Minnesota in a 33 team league, then you would put Minnesota in cell 33, and you would put your 33rd team in these first 32 rows. And then you would come up to these two cells here, and you would change A31 to A32. Anytime it says A31, make it A32 in both of them. And that will expand the list to 32 teams. You would be the 33rd team, and you would not get included. And the reason that's important is because you don't want your team to end up on a player's no trade list. It would be a waste of a spot on their no trade list. So, yeah. Once you do those two things, you will be good to go. So just swap Minnesota with the team that you are playing as. Okay, so let's just run through what this shows. So obviously a lot of this stuff is already in NHL 22. We've got the player name. We've got all of the available potentials for that player, their overall, how long the contract is when they sign it, and the year that they sign. And this is important for a couple different reasons. So make sure you fill these things in, and then it will show you the number of years left on the contract. And that, of course, when you advance the year, reduces by one. You can see all of these are what they would be in 2022, but I can go change that back to 2021. The average annual value of the player's contract, all of that stuff is already in NHL 22. What I have included, sorry about that, is the ability to add no move clauses. So you have three choices. Well, four: none, full, 10 team, or 5 team. And then a no trade list. These are the teams that the player refuses to be traded to. They have 10 for the 3 players that have 10 teams on their no trade clause. And then the year that the no trade clause starts. So, for example, Jared Spurgeon, currently he has a no trade clause with Minnesota, but it doesn't kick in until July 1st, 2024. He has a no move clause, full no move, until 2024, and that's when it turns to a 10-team no trade list. Similarly, I believe, where is he? Oh, Zuccarello's on IR right now, or non-roster because he's got COVID. But he also has, starting in 2022-23, and then a 10-team no trade list. I don't have this set up to do something like that where it starts as full and then drops to 10. I would like to add something like that in the future, but it's just it's a version 2 kind of feature. So right now, the way that it works is it takes a look at players like, would be an example here. I guess I don't have any. So maybe we can get Eriksson Ek, where he would start off without a no move clause. Dumba would be an example, but we're past it this season. He's no move. He didn't have any protections until the 2021 season, and then his 10 team no trade clause kicked in. Um, so that is an available feature on this spreadsheet. And I'll show you how that works here. So let's say Joel Eriksson Ek never signed the crazy extension that Minnesota got him on. You would open up the player's negotiation tab in NHL 22 when you go to contract negotiations, and you would enter in the requested AAV. So let's say he's asking what he asked for in real life. I think it's 5.25 million, and a length of 8 years. You would enter those two things into the contract terms generator. 3+ contracts with teams. So this is asking, is this the third time that you sign this player? So entry level contract, bridge deal through RFA, third signing. If that's the case, like it is with Joel Eriksson Ek, you click yes. If it's not, you don't have to worry about it. If it's not a free agent signing, if it's a guy's entry level contract or bridge deal, I wouldn't feel the need to use this. Most players that age aren't at a position to leverage their contracts unless they're a superstar, in which case then maybe yes, it would be worth doing that. If you do, you still have to check these boxes. You have to pick one, free agent or 3+, it wouldn't really matter. Yeah, and then you enter the player age. So Eriksson Ek is 24. And then you click Generate Contract. There you go. So what this is telling us is that Eriksson Ek will accept the terms that he's asked for if we include a 5-team no-move clause, beginning in 2029. So on an 8-year contract, obviously, 2029 is going to be the final year of his contract. So you would be able to trade him up until 2028, and then in 2029 the no move clause kicks in. So say we don't like the terms of that. We don't want to give him a 5-team no trade, even though I mean that to me is a pretty good deal. Say we're not happy with it. This option right here is the sort of increased AAV that the player will accept, and you can offer that and then put none for their NMC. This value is determined randomly between a 5 and 15% increase to their requested AAV. So you might get lucky and have a guy who wants a full no move or a 5% increase to his AAV, or you might get unlucky and have a guy who wants a 5-team no move clause that you're not happy with, but then you have to pay him 15% more than his asking value. So it offers an alternative if you aren't happy with the result you get up here. I worded it as player will also consider because obviously with EA not being part of this spreadsheet, I can't guarantee that they're going to accept it or anything. So I just put in what you're offering the player here, and then see what they come back with for their request. So Eriksson Ek decides he has a 5-team no trade clause beginning in 2029. We accept that. Now here's the thing: before you can edit anything, you need to remember what these values say, because the way that a randomizer works, the randomization function in Google Sheets, is that anytime a cell value is updated, anytime in the entire spreadsheet, the randomizer runs again. So this is going to change as soon as we enter in any of this information. So it's a 5-team no move beginning in 2029. So we put in 2029, enter, there. It just switched to full. That doesn't matter. It was 5 teams. Okay, so we got him 8 years, signed in 2021. You don't have to touch this one. It will automatically fill it for you. His AAV is 5.25. Okay, and now we need his no trade list. So this is easy enough. You just click random teams, and there you go. Temporary 5-team list. The list will be different, just in case. I guess you want to use uh, 2 lists for the 10 and the 5 on your team. I don't know. I just have them different. You're gonna copy this cell, Control C or copy. And then it's really important that when you come over here and paste it, I have the note right here. You want to Control Shift V, and that will keep just the team names. And again, you can see this all changed because the cell was updated. If you just you can see if you just Control V, it pastes the cell and the formula and everything in. You don't want that. You just Control Shift V to get the teams. And there you go. Now we have Joel Eriksson's contract worked out. He has a 5-team no move kicking in the final year of his deal. Okay, so what else? I mean, that's pretty much it. If you're sick of looking at this stuff change, just uncheck generate contract and random teams. You won't see it flashing at you. So if you want to look at the odds of someone asking for a no move and what type of no move, that's all on this page. If you have any suggestions for like rules, let me know either on Reddit or on Discord. Yeah, I'd really like to expand on these rules quite a bit, and have a lot of variety in there. What else? Oh, player age. The reason why this is important. One of the rules that Ian came up with on the Discord is that a player who's under the age of 27 or without 7 years of NHL service is not eligible for a no trade clause or wouldn't request one. So the way that this works is if a player is below the age of 27 and you sign him to a contract, so like Eriksson Ek, he's 24, it will look at the age and see how many years until they turn 27, and then it will add that to a random value between 0 and the length of the contract to decide how long they will wait before activating their no trade option. So with him being 24, it would have added 3, obviously, to the current year. So the earliest he could ask for a contract is 2024, and the contract runs until 2029, right? Yeah, 2029. So it picked a random number between 2024 and 2029, and it spat out that 2029. So that is entirely random when the no move clause begins. Other than that, I think that's pretty much everything. This value can be changed manually. These can't. The years left. But other than that, I think it's pretty straightforward. You can see there's some conditional formatting. So when a guy has 1 year left on his contract, it turns red. And then yeah, when a player leaves your team, say we trade Matt Dumba or don't re-sign him, you can just erase these things. Don't erase this. This cell uses a formula, but everything else can just get erased, and then there you go. You have a new spot for a new player. Yeah, that's pretty much everything. I plan to add some more features over the coming weeks as I kind of dig into it. I'm pretty new to Google Sheets, so this is all I have for now. But yeah, I want to be able to sort rows. I want to have more rules for AAVs, or sorry, no move clauses, and I want to add in, yeah, that sort of that change from a full no move to a 10 team or whatever, or even the other way around. But yeah, for now, I hope you guys get some use out of it. Let me know if you have any suggestions. I'm totally open to them. And yeah, have fun.